Hello. Hi, Kiro. Hi, Ragdoll. We're not going to the circus. We are, in fact, moving away from the circus and into the place where all the circus people are. Caught. How be do? Twitch? That is a Twitch one, I'm afraid. Yeah, not a frameman. Simply a Twitchman. Which is weird, because my internet has been really terrible today. Hopefully it's not so bad during stream. Hi, Kiro. Get some Muzak going. I'm watching a stream at the moment of someone streaming, and they happen to have the soundtrack to this game on in the background, so I have to remind myself not to read the titles of the songs for fear of spoilers. Mad at Twitch! Boo Twitch! Boo Twitch for being mean, doing whatever it is. Do you want to tell me the courtroom isn't a circus? Legally, it's not. Thematically, yes. I mean, there's a whip. We've got our very own human tamer. But yeah, we're back in Ace Attorney Dos, and Justice for All, / and Jail for All. It's not and Justice for All, that's Metallica, I keep doing that. Just Justice for All. Although there has been more than one Metallica reference so far, whether deliberate or accidental. It is there, I can't argue. But yeah, we're here. Last time we went back to the circus to do a little bit of follow-up investigation, where we met an acrobat called Acro, and we learned that 6 months prior to these events, there was a terrible accident, quote-unquote accident. Sorry, quote accident, unquote. Had to reload Twitch. Boo, Twitch! Yeah, this is all Twitch. There's nothing Frame Man can be blamed for yet. But yes, there was a terrible, quote, accident, unquote, where Acro's brother, Bat, was attempting to woo Regina, and said that if he puts his head in the lion's mouth like she does during her taming thing, routine, then she'll take him out on a date. And she agreed, and gave him a balaclava sort of thing before doing so. And inexplicably, for no reason at all, it went wrong. And the lion chomped down on the head of the kid. I say kid, I think he's 21. I'd like to imagine he's a kid, so that this isn't weird. And yeah, now he's in a coma, which is bad. And Acro tried to save Bat, somewhat successfully, because he's not dead. But in the process, Acro lost the ability to walk or stand. And is now in a wheelchair, which is not ideal for an acrobat. But, yeah. So this was sort of being hidden. Things are going to be jank for you for a while, because you need to babysit soon and have no Wi-Fi. Ooh! Ooh, Wi-Fi! Give Kira all the Wi-Fi, please. But also, hope babysitting's good, yeah. Low 20s is a kid. But in terms of general life experience and maturity, then yeah, sure. So yeah, that all happened. There was also reference of, I think, Regina using pepper to make Bat sneeze, or Bat used pepper to make Regina sneeze. Something going on like that, which might tie in, and almost certainly will tie in, to the pepper we found in the box underneath the body. What else? Mostly just a lot of that. Probably some other stuff as well, which will come up today. So yeah, let's hop in. See where we can go. Enough gavelanting. December 30th, 9:41 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Good morning, Max.
Oh yeah, good morning, sweeties.
You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today.
I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I am working up to it.
Tee-hee. They always do this. Just to throw me off. Someone says tea. Oh god, not you. Don't get nervous, Max. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina!
How fabulous, my sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today?
Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end?
Yeah, it's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties?
Huh?
I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't,
Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is. For those of you who might have been confused over the Franziska calling Edgeworth a little brother, she's not actually older than him, and Wright isn't a cradle robber. It's more she considers Miles to be a younger brother even though he's older than her. Yeah, that was the fun. Max, not now, go to jail. We're trying to stop that for this particular crime, but we can't stop any other crimes.
Edward, I did it. I built the lock.
Finally, some good news.
We got that one yesterday, didn't we? Hi, Jeeb! It's Jeeb, the maestro. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience.
Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there.
Good luck, Max.
This door. I know how to open it. But what I have to do is mix my blood with the black ooze.
The black ooze? Oh, that sounds frightfully bad. You're the best. Yeah, got a new one. The black ooze. Machine is different, don't you think, Nick? Oh, God, not you. Top of the morning to ya! Everybody, let's get ready to get
I won't be able to open it from this side.
stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Why are you here? Right, Edgeworth, we're literally in the same class in grade school. Yeah. The black ooze. Mo? Top of the morning to ya, Governor. Top of the morning? What's the ticket? Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Why is everyone giving you milk? There's a weird conspiracy going on with milk.
Oh my, thanks.
So, how are you today, right? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we'll rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and the truth. Twith? Twith. Be nice to Kiro, Twith. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyway, I want you to make sure Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes. That's why I brought her here to court today.
What's that supposed to mean?
She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Sheet music sucks, did you know that? Sheep has been doing really well grappling with sheet music. But there is no way I can defend it. It's awful. December 30th at 10 a.m. Courtroom number dos. Clang clang.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Ms. Von Karma, you may proceed with your case.
The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events.
What's the meaning of this?
We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. Fonda saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Bang.
Order, order! I had a feeling something like this would come up.
Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Oh, poor Gumshoe.
Very well. Please call your witness to the stand.
Time to get to work. Or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Birds, they came in as well. Oh, more. Name and occupation. I forgot his name was Ken Dingling. Jesus.
Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat by this very big circus.
Where were you on the night of the crime?
I was in my room that night.
If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene.
My room's on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window.
The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed?
Okay.
Witness testimony. What I witnessed.
Yeah, it was just after 10 p.m. I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. Yeah, I know, exactly. Put him on the ground floor. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown.
If that is the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that is left to explain... all that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Hold it! Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. Ah, a foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. No, Mo's outside. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did.
Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony?
I've said testimony so many times I don't know how to say testimony anymore. In the words of Ms. Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened.
Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination.
So I can't press. I was told this. This is the one mechanic you have in this game to learn more information. So what have we got?
It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed.
That seems fine.
But around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is a bust went missing. So it could have been the bust. But also I don't trust this game, so we're gonna save. Do have the guide as needed, thank you. I've just saved, so let's see what happens if I do press this. The light in your room was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window?
The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front.
Did you see any of the other symbols?
I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as a cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica.
The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with this latest bit of testimony. I was gonna say, yeah, he flew away with the hat, then why was the hat still there? My thought? First thought? Maybe? Give it a go? Bang! There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there is a contradiction, then prove it with evidence.
She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction?
It was a hat, found at the crime scene. If you flew away with the hat, why was it there? You claim to have seen the exact thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that?
What do you mean?
The silk hat.
What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window.
Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night.
That would have been quite difficult considering the state I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was tough enough challenge for me.
Well, that's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found at the scene.
That's the ringmaster's hat, right?
Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats?
No, this is a handmade one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. It's not as dramatic as you think it sounds, Phoenix. Hey, Giro! Don't cry, please! Have good times.
Order! Order!
Objection!
I said order.
As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. You okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause the witness to commit perjury in this court today?
There's a grudge against Max, Acro is dreaming, Acro is the real culprit. I mean, Acro's not the real culprit because, well, not according to the things we already know, is he the real culprit. Fibbing! Acro is dreaming, there's not really much evidence for that. But then again, we have no evidence to say it wasn't. He has a grudge against Max. He doesn't have a grudge against Max, he has a grudge against Regina. None of these? We can save, yay. Which one's most likely? Okay, he doesn't have a grudge against Max, because he only has a grudge against Regina. Acro was dreaming. It would explain it, but I can't prove it. And she literally just said, back everything I say up with evidence. Acro is the real culprit. That's really swinging for the fences. I don't think we can justify that at all at present, particularly given that we didn't examine all the weird muddy footprints by the window. Go try iPad. Twitch Mobile is not working on your phone. Boo! Boo Twitch! Boo Twitch. A cool witch with, like, what are those boots called? Doc Mines. It's right, he's always swinging. Okay, let's swing. Why not? Bang. Da-da-da. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion...
Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of?
Well, obviously we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Bang, bang, bang.
Mr. Wright, are you serious?
Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
Really?
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary. Oh wait, leave me alone. Stop it, get away. He is staying rather calm and collected.
Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation?
I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But, to do this by accusing me of murder of all things.
Mr. Dingling. See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ridiculous. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless cruel man. Phoenix is poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. Hi, boot with great force. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice?
There's a monkey. Do I have evidence to make any of these claims? I don't think I do. Okay, who would the accomplice be? Ben has a grudge, and Ben is a ventriloquist, so may have puppeteering experience with which to flap something around. There's a monkey. I don't think the monkey's doing a lot. But also maybe it is.
We need the guard's fingerprint.
No good, he's dead.
Then he won't mind you borrowing his keys, will he?
Jesus, Sarah.
You got a hand, Kira. Congratulations. Of course he did, of course he didn't. Of course he did, of course he didn't. I'm gonna say of course he didn't. You don't need to be able to stand to be able to puppeteer something. But also that's very... he's got very strong upper body strength. He's used to pulling his own weight. Should be able to lift a puppet, right? I'm gonna say he did, and I've just saved. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
Bang. There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself.
Order, order! What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. Have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. All right, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, if this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling?
In his room, probably. Have to hazard a guess? Don't think he moved from the room. I think he's telling the truth there. He was obviously here the entire time.
That's Acro's room.
It's pretty simple, huh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Bang. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts?
What say you, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory.
That's it? Considering that what you proposed is impossible, yeah, that's it.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
as the witnesses stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
You got a point. Yeah, it seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? Ooh, whoa, ooh. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? Well, what is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... Yeah, she's right. Can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room, no doubt about it.
Time to enlighten us on how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright.
Do I present the bust? The fact that it's literally this entire scene has been leading up to can't back down now, right? So it's probably some evidence. I'm going to present some evidence.
So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry?
Where do I know about the bust? Bronze statue. This thing. Try that. Take that!
What's that? A picture?
It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture.
The bust?
It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah! Bang. See, this is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster, with the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. They knew what they were doing.
Order, order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster?
It's a rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it'd be incredibly easy to commit. Don't say ample bust, Phoenix. Edgeworth's not here. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It is impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well...
Acro's at a loss for words. Yeah, he should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. Can't run away. Ah! I'd watch what I say if I were you, Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say?
Von Karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. Yeah, could have prevented this by allowing Acro to have a ground floor apartment. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled.
Oh, I can only see things my way for once in a while.
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. That woman will sink to any low to win a case. What, getting testimony from a witness? I think she's doing her proper job here this time, Phoenix. Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Phoenix isn't an actual lawyer, true.
I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. Oh, he's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Can't let it get to me. Gotta focus. Acro's physical state.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have strong upper body from working as an acrobat, but only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force in my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it will be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think?
They said at the beginning of this I can't press, but pressing was the only way I advanced last time, so game design, everyone. Let's press this. Impossible to have known the location of the head. Why do you say it would have been impossible?
Allow me to explain. You accept that if I were carrying a bust, I couldn't see it out below the window? Thus, there's no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head.
Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick!
Huh?
What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow that Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down.
I think I've already explained things sufficiently.
I can also present, but presenting fields, it comes with consequences. Okay, so what do we have? There's that, which isn't relevant to what's going on right now. Pepper. How good's his sense of smell? If that's it, I'm quitting this game. The monkey? That doesn't seem right, because if you got the monkey involved, then, you know, you might drop the thing on the monkey. Bad times. I don't rightly know. Need a hint? I might do, yeah. Check crime scene photo? What evidence do you have that would fix a person to one spot? Magnets in the floor! Oh, okay. Is it the box itself? Yeah, if they were old and not physically strong, they were trying to pick up the box. Ah, clever. Hi, Bear, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. This game's being clever. More clever than me, which is annoying. Warm here tonight. It's very warm here and very humid. Lots of wiping down the outside of my drink. But I hope you're comfy and I hope you had a lovely day writing and such. We're sleeping on top of sheets tonight. Good plan. Good plan. Box. How this didn't break under the weight of the thing? That's a bit... Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you?
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Objection! Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling, how about you show us some evidence? But but I did such a good job hinting.
Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright.
Maybe you should take a look at this. Did have a good writing day, yeah! The key point here is the wooden box.
The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over.
The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Bang. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean...
If the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box,
there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. Ha! No! Acting!
Order! This is unbelievable.
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now, I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward.
So, the next question I have is who placed that wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ah! Allow me to whip some sense into you. Mr. Phoenix, right? The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted that box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The weight. Safe. It was surprisingly heavy for a wooden box. Bang. The box had a remarkable weight. 20 pounds, however much that is. Weight? No, I mean weight is in heaviness. Oh, right, okay.
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just to lift up this wooden box would have required...
Oh, I see.
You sure you want to see how long you can drag this out?
I thought I waited for quite a short period of time, but sure.
One would have to squat down and then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same space. 9 kilograms? It's not that heavy. Fool! That's like almost slightly more than a mareep. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember. I don't see a particular reason to lie about this. I remember. We measure the height in Tid's height, and we measure the weights in Mareeps. Exactly. Guy has the march touch with verbs, only willingly. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. Ah, that means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust up to my from the cafeteria to my room? It's shiny. How good's a monkey? You see if Mr. Phoenix hides? Explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bust from the cafeteria. Yeah, we definitely have a problem here. This is no place to get perplexed. Gotta get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all.
All right, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation.
Saving, saving. Everyone loves the saving.
How did the witness get the bust from the cafeteria back to his room?
The monkey did it. It is shiny. But it's also a really heavy thing, and the monkey's not big. Should we try it? It's Chekhov's monkey. We kind of have to, right? I'm gonna go with it. It managed to carry a tuba. If it carried a tuba, it can carry this. That's my starting point. It's my justification.
A monkey?
Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring.
So, are you saying that the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Well, of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back to his home.
Home?
Money lives in Acro's room.
Acro's room? That's unsanitary.
But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Well, maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record.
My, those are some very nice cards he's holding.
Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. It did carry a tuba. They set that up. They gave some evidence that I could think back to and go, no, that supports the thing. Sometimes this game actually is clever. Or at least, justified itself. Acro! Sorry, a monkey. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bust back to your room. If he weren't able to handle that himself, I'd be the one on the market for a new roommate. If he were able. What did I say? I said something. Dunno.
Order! Order! I said order! Miss Von Karma. Where is that bust in question at this moment?
I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak.
This is a rather strange turn of events, but let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait! Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon? Purely by accident? Well, it's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Damn moron! Once in a while, this game plans ahead. Or at least in a way that I can detect. You must never underestimate, when I criticize this game's game design, never underestimate the possibility for me to just completely ignore things that are right in front of me. Streamer brain is a thing.
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that.
Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurs, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? Can't say. It was the bust. But that also doesn't make sense. Because then how did Ben see it? But we do have reason to doubt Ben's testimony, so. I want to say the bust. Makes sense it was the bust. But if we're to trust Maximilian... yeah, exactly, it looks like Max. But how did the hat and the cape get on the bust? That's what I want to know. What I want to know. If what's his face? If the ringleader took the cape and the hat with him for some reason. I don't know. Maybe we'll find that out as we go. It was the bust. Oh, it has a hat. Cool. I missed what I said because I was reading chat. I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question. Objection. Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. With the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. Bang, bang, bang.
How is that possible?
Yeah, it's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust.
Objection!
Objection! What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. Objection! There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust's hands. Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? Doesn't matter who put it on the bust.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who will put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to the case, don't you agree?
Ah, he called me.
So, let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who will put that cloak on the bust?
Money. It's shiny. Is it shiny? Not really. Ben? No. This one's a little hard. It could have been Ben because... Yeah, it could have been Ben because no one else could have been there because of the footsteps, right? It could have been Money traveling down the rope, but I don't know what justification you'd have for that because we have yet to we have yet to hear that Money can actually follow orders. Money has only been shown to steal things so far. If it was obviously Acro, they wouldn't have asked this question. I don't know. Wasn't the ringmaster, he got killed by it. Okay, not Maya, she wasn't there. Wasn't Max, he wasn't there. It wasn't Ben, he couldn't have been there because of footsteps. You're not involved. Regina. We're trying to avoid the idea that he has an accomplice, right? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Why would they be asking? The only person I can think who would have done it would either be Akra or Money. Who was the only person we know was at the box? Russell. Why would he put a cape on a thing that smashed him in the back of the head? Did it just fall there? Was it by accident? That doesn't seem like a good defense. I'm willing to see what the game wants to say about this. Yeah, we'll go with it. I believe you. The fool! Him?
You are saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, I mean the victim himself placed the cloak on the bust. Placed the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have a handle on all this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyway. All right. So, you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. It's so dumb. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trilo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. Bang! And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Bonk. Wright went to art school, so hopefully he can paint more than one picture. What if he's a sculptor? Now, this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, I hate this already. Ooh. Wee! Physics whomst. You just wait a second there, Mr. Phoenix Light. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. Still is a little early to be getting so upset, Ms. Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? Okay. There's more. The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust.
Am I crazy or was that good?
No.
You're crazy. I thought so.
That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the, quote, clown, unquote. When Moe looked out of his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. Whee! I've never been a fan of stories that hinge on a coincidence. Like, if you want to use a coincidence to cause problems for the protagonist, sure, go ahead, but not the central linchpin. And that is how the magical murder disappearing into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off, bang, is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro! It could only have been you. Could have thought of so many other reasons the cloak got on there. They could have. Ooh. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. Boo! I don't want AI viewers. What's the point of that? It's meaningless. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. But he has come to the end of his rope now. I might have said something before that, but I missed it. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove your fairy tale is true?
Evidence?
In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip.
And my gavel. Oh yeah, don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get out of this jam.
That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims.
Save, 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 save. And a 1, 2, 3. But like, you'd be just as calm as Aqua in this scenario. Yeah. It's like, yeah, sure, justify this. It sounds nonsense. I bet as he was pulling it up, he was like, well, that worked out better than expected.
I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case.
What, can I look back at what Mo's testimony was? Bum, bum, bum. Do I just present Mo? I don't remember his testimony. That was yesterday. Or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. It's been a few weeks. Remember Mo said Max fly off in both the hat and cape, but did not see roses. Right. The hat was at the scene. I know Max the Cloak usually has roses, but he didn't see the roses versus there were no roses. Did he say there were no roses? If he was just facing away, then he wouldn't have seen roses at all. It was also a blizzard. This feels like a really weak point. I'm not blaming you, obviously, but... Okay, so what do I... Is it Mo? Is it the three symbols? Should we try the three symbol? I would not have got this without you. I feel like a deduction game should always give you the information that you need to solve the thing nearby where you need to solve it. That's just me. Are they expecting you to play this game all in one sitting? Seems weird. I'm going to present this, I guess, if it's apparently supposed to be something to do with the symbols, maybe. Still don't feel... This better be good, Phoenix. The problem is Max's three symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday, there were two contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses for the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool! Do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. Bang.
Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of.
Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what the ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Mm-hmm. Of course, I can explain all of it. Savey. One of the few times where multiple answers will work. Yeah. Sometimes it works out that way, like you talking to somebody about something, you can either, you know, if you were talking about like Max to somebody, a photo of Max or Max in the profile section or the picture of Max's hat, any of those will work. It's got a bit of leeway in that regard. I'll give the game that. This is a bit lenient in some regards. Of course, I can explain it all. What was it? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Dunno. They disappeared. Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ah! It's nonsense! Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. How do we know which way the bust was facing? Just a question. Could have been sideways for all we know. Face in hands.
Order, order! Fade to black. Fade back from black.
Is this all you've got?
Apparently.
How have you survived this long?
I don't know, but he keeps doing it. This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Kammerer will finally throw in the towel.
Birch. Yeah.
Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it?
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible depth of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Bang. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Ekro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Ekro deeply respected the ringmaster.
Ekro's motive, huh?
It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Just a bit absurd, yes, to be continued. I love that we got this far without talking about his motive, yes. It's never important in a crime, surely. We will save the game. We got through. It was lame. December 30th, 2:17 p.m. District Court, defendant, lobby number 5.
I can't believe it! Ekro!
It's pretty shocking, isn't it?
It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated?
Ekro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did? But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know?
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why.
Hey, pal! You gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence?
Detective Gumshoe!
Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways.
Now, detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you just relax a little? We got some really tasty milk. Good news, everyone. We have tasty milk. Surely that'll get Gumshoe on our side. It probably will, knowing him.
How about a card trick, detective?
Well, if you insist.
Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it?
Here you go.
Huh? This was yesterday in Ekro's room.
Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
That's why this is all a secret.
Huh?
Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything, but everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to plan.
I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set in motion.
Final plans?
Uh-huh. That reminds me, I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
What did he mean by that? The very end part? Well, I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me.
Oh, one more thing.
Ah, we got a Columbo. Ah, don't scare me like that.
Well, it looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant.
What? For me?
That's milk.
Give him milk.
The reception area looks like some kind of dairy, so hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me?
What is going on? December 30th, 2:27 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Does everyone keep giving each other milk? Now they're all giving Max milk. Which is curious. Is he lactose intolerant?
Court is now back in session.
Gonna get sick from all that milk.
Ms. Von Kamper, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Ekro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Ekro would have to commit the crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Witness testimony about the ringmaster.
When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
Sub story.
You're such a thoughtful young man.
As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Ekro would kill the man he held in such esteem.
You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there?
Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Ekro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Yes, I will. Max drinks milk to calm his nerves before a performance. I forgot about that. I forgot. Ah, the scalene triangle. Boop, boop, boop.
That wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks.
Thank you for following. Poor Phoenix, right? What do? Yes? Do I need to cross-examine any of that? Probably. We need to be on the attack, right? Sure. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness.
Just came to check in. You're impressed. Bye-bye, objection. Bye! Have a good. Thanks for follow. Cross-examination.
When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
What is there to look into? I mean, I don't think it was your sole purpose in life. You had a brother to look after, right? Save. Whoops. No. Why does that keep happening? Oh, delete is default. There is a hotkey right next to the go key, the enter key, that is reset all settings to default. Strange design choice, but that's this game. It was designed for DS, but then ported here, so they have no excuse. You press this? I'm gonna press this. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard.
No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Yeah.
It was designed for GBA, then ported to DS, then PC. Oh, okay. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with him. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. What do you think, Nick? I don't know. I think the more I cross-examine him, the worse I end up looking in the end. You mean? I get the feeling that this cross-examination was a trap. Yeah, Von Karma set you up again. Things. Yeah. Get it on the record that there's the brother, and then we can introduce the whole lion thing and that. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. Also, hang on, just a quick. On this now. Bat scarf stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. See, that's the thing. It's the pepper. Anyway, let's press that to just get that out. Press. We?
Yes, my brother Sean and I.
What? You have a brother?
How old were you when this happened, Acro?
I was 8 years.
I was 8 years old and my brother was 4.
Your parents were very cruel, weren't they?
Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet these wonderful people at the Bear Big Circus.
Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like.
Ah,
No crying in court. Let's keep going.
the witness may proceed with his testimony.
That's when the ringmaster of the Bear Big Circus took us in.
I think we just skip to the end, get out of it. What do you think, Nick? The more I cross-examine, the more I end up looking worse. This is a trap. No, it just loops back around. Okay, we are supposed to find something. We'll just keep pressing, I guess. In lieu of anything else, how would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster?
You're like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had.
What about the other people at the circus?
Well, it was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he'd always come and see us with a laugh and a smile.
What a beautiful story.
That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him.
Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person?
I know, he seems like a nice guy.
Just what makes this so difficult?
So then how long have you been a performer?
This is the only thing I haven't pressed on.
I became an acrobat at around 9 years old.
Go, children, have a good. Enjoy the babysittings in Scaro. Have a lovely. Hopefully by the time you return, i.e. next stream that we play this, we'll have finished this case. It feels like we're at the end, right? Maybe. Have a take care, have a good. You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age?
I begged the ringmaster till he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dinglingberries. Stupid name. Nearly a household name.
I've even heard of them in Germany.
Liar. The point is that I wanted to be some use to the circus.
You truly are a remarkable young man.
Judge keeps looking at Akram almost like a proud father.
Right, yeah.
I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead?
Yes. course I can. Now that I've come this far, there's no way I can answer no, I can't. Oh, this is going to be good.
Very well, then please enlighten the court. Let's see some evidence that proves Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster.
Scarf. Maybe. I can't? Well, I'm gonna try. Scarf? He's not the one Acro hates. Yeah, I get that. I guess the note? Because all he's asked for is a motive. A motive for killing the motive for killing the ringmaster, rather than what motive for wanting to murder the ringmaster. I kind of want to do this. This seems to be it, right? I mean, this isn't the motive, but this is why it happened. So for reference of what's going through my head, he was actually trying to kill Regina. He put the note in her pocket. He wandered off, expected her to read it and go, oh, no, he knows that I put pepper on the scarf so that the lion would kill him. Oh, no, I'm going to go and see what's up, and then I'm going to go there, and then boom, she's dead. Boom, like that. Unfortunately, she's an idiot. She stuck the thing on the notice board. The ringmaster grabbed it off the board, went, oh no, they know I killed someone, and then went out and got killed by accident. Or was murdered, but not deliberately. But I don't know what I don't know what I need here. Again, it's one of those things in a game where you know what the game wants you to get to eventually, but you don't know what I need right now. God, I really mixed up the prepositions and pronouns in that sentence, didn't I? You know that time when I do the thing you do? And then we do the you with the what the thing? That's not a motive for Acro to want to kill the ringmaster specifically. I mean, it's Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster. It's not his motive for wanting to kill the ringmaster. If you want to get technical, which this game probably doesn't. Can I back out? Can't back out. Let's take the hit. Just gonna throw that in there.
Let me just go over this one more time. This is why Acro killed the ringmaster?
That is correct. I don't think the defense would mind confirming something for me. What exactly are we supposed to learn from this piece of evidence? What are you supposed to learn? Looks like you just won the award for the biggest failure in court. Ouch. Biggest failure in court? That stings.
In recognition of your honor, let me bestow upon you my special prize.
Bonks him on the head with a gavel.
So now what will you do, Mr. Wright? I prefer you hurry up and prove something.
Drats. Now I'm really gonna have to think about this. Give up presenting things. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolish, foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of the Russell Berry, ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murder plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Bang, bang, bang.
Order, order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud enough in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court?
Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Yes. Regina. Regina Berry?
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that. You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Objection. You don't need to answer that. It is a mean-spirited leading question. He can easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... Ah!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
Huh?
And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl.
Now we go for the thing. Right. To the bat scarf. It's my assumption. Let's go. I've got the health. There.
All right, Mr. Wright.
At this point, the only thing that is important is evidence. I gave you...
This better not be a bluff. You're not going to...
You're not going to fool me, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Those two are finishing each other's sentences now. Why was that? Let me explain, bloody idiot. Must be the special bond between whipper and whipped.
My patience is wearing thin, Mr. Wright. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl.
The lion? Like, what am I supposed to... I haven't connected the bandana to the crime. I thought he was going to explain it. The explaining as to how things are connected usually happens after presenting things. It's usually how the game works. Need something recent. The pepper in the bottle? The pepper in the box. Go with that, I guess. Okay, no, not that then. It's what I get for not saving. The note? I guess so. I did keep looking at that and then decided not to look at it for this one thing. Typical. Typical brain. The note! Okay, fine. Acro, you remember this, don't you? That's, it's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat?
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
So you're saying that he called Russell Barrow with that note?
Mm-hmm. Yes, but there's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. It wasn't for the... The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Sure. Bailiff, hit some people.
Order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours.
It's the truth, Your Honor. This isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note?
That's
correct. I know my voice. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. Right. He was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina.
That's incredible.
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today?
Lifting a bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There was no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself.
Acro had no idea who it was who arrived in that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look out the window to see who it actually was.
I've got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza.
And that's when he let the bust fly. The significant bust. The enormous bust. The glistening... Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is, unfortunately. It's only gonna get harsher from here. Oh, I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Objection!
foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Farewell, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? What did you just say? I know what I didn't say. Consonants! The ringmaster knew what that note meant, which is why he went to the plaza. In place of his lovely daughter. I did wonder why he went. Makes sense, protecting the daughter.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note?
The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. The incident occurred 6 months ago. That incident occurred, rather. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron!
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
Oh, it does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to see what it is. Can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing, so we're going to save real quick and hard because I have 2 points of health. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually this. Right? I think it is. Because it's got pepper on it. Well, if I'm wrong, we reset. Go! My health bar's still there.
What? This is it?
Scarf isn't from this case. It wasn't about the case, it was about the thing that happened 6 months ago. Conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago. Not this case. Okay, I guess this? To link it to the thing that happened 6 months ago? To be fair, we haven't actually introduced into court what the thing from 6 months ago was, but I'm just gonna try stuff. Etc. Achoo. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Spicy? Oh, it isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So, what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Barry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Objection!
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Barry's intended victim?
Who is this?
That is Acro's younger brother.
Objection!
So glad you're playing this game because these leaps of logic are too far for you. I'm kind of planning a game myself that involves like certain deductive elements and things like that. And this game is really helping me solidify what it is I do and don't like about those sorts of games. So it's good, it's really good to really concrete it in the mind and be like, things need to be explained. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina, she did that to him?
You spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
The way I love to hear it. Critical play. I love game design. Positive and negative. That's why I play Jank. Miss Regina Barry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. Bang.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? It was more than that. I think. Is it not in her? I think it's in her. We've had enough of people playing dumb in this game so far. Or well, maybe she isn't playing dumb. Maybe she just legitimately doesn't think death is an issue. Just like, oh, kill him, why not? It'll just become a star. It's fine. Sure he won't mind, he's out my way. It was more than that. The lion-biting Bat was no accident at all.
What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being. My health is on the screen, so we go and save. She doesn't seem to think death is an issue at all. That's why Mo brought her here. Good point. Mo knows what's up. But Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. Now we do the scarf? Is that right? Now we do the scarf.
That's just a scarf.
Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? Well, that's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him.
Regina?
There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor.
And what might that be?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Yes, pepper.
Pepper?
I said pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident. Then she covered it with as much pepper as she could.
Pepper.
Yes, I said pepper. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? How stop it? Ow!
Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that?
Still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Yeah. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was smiling?
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. You did what? You fingered who?
Lions smile?
I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze.
What?
Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Brad. Do you know what? I didn't figure that out. Felt like an idiot. Makes sense. I thought she trained him to like all of his food was covered in pepper, so he was like, oh, yummy food. That's what I assumed. If I just make him smell like his food, he's going to eat him, and then he'll be dead and out of my way. Yay! That's what I assumed it was. Are you saying this game wouldn't do that logic? You telling me? He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf.
What?
You fool!
You've got to be kidding me.
Objection.
What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? Which, you really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do, it's the truth. After the cloak thing, I wouldn't think anything goes too far. Went to a dark place. Well, yeah, someone got put in a coma by a lion. It's gonna be dark. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident. Or this, joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge, again, against Regina. You foolish idiot!
It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves.
Are you telling me that's what I said was true? Acro? You don't mean... You can't mean... Witness!
Are you to confirm in the defense's claim?
Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder.
What do you mean by that?
The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory.
What would that problem be?
Same problem as always been. Evidence. If I drop Mex's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence to prove that claim?
You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or lack thereof, to be more precise.
Murder weapon.
The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it were covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you gotta do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Save, 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 save. Request to search Acro's room. It's not gonna be in there. See how things work out? We're not gonna have another day of this trial, are we? Is there anything else coming out in this woodwork? Robot clowns? Are they coming out? Is that gonna be a thing? Well, I've just saved. See how things work out. Might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but... Why aren't you gonna search his room? Oh, it looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of von Karma total justice. I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Ah! This case is already 27 years, and there's another day of it. If von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
What did you find?
Oh, there's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright? Bust wasn't in my room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed this search by complete surprise, and we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second, something's funny about all this.
Oh, it looks like you lack the final nail to put in my coffin.
Bang. But what about the scarf? What about the note?
What about him, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that's relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now.
Do something, Nick! Don't let this case slip away! The bust, where is it now? We save again. I'm paranoid. Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix right! You know where the bust is! I'm sure you do! Not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? Bang.
It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short.
Thank you for your support.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright.
I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness.
Hold it. Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its lace. What? I mean case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue.
Huh?
That? We need time to do what? Ah! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she?
Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright?
What? Are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait, you can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Acro's lived up his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well. The defense may proceed.
You don't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon.
Walking the tightrope of logic. No room for a false step. Sink or swim. The only way is forward. The only way through is forward. Something. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now?
It's somewhere in this courtroom.
I don't know. Can you hide it under a wheelchair? They keep talking about tightropes. There was a step ladder. They searched his room, yeah, exactly. Oh, we can't get it out of his room to hide it elsewhere. Unless he hid it under his wheelchair. Is it in the courtroom if he has it on him? Well, if he can't get it out. Where is his wheelchair? Now, in the courtroom. Is it literally under the wheelchair? I kind of said that as a joke. You know what we do with jokes? We save. We'll go for it. It's obvious! The bust is inside this very courtroom.
It's obviously where?
Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. The witness stand. Bang. Acro? I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright.
Well, you're a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there.
Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Ms. Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it. Would it be easy to hide a bust under there? Probably not. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove your blanket from your lap?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played.
Isn't this bust massive?
Pink! Pink! You fool! How could you? Bang, bang. You got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them.
Two of them?
Ms. Franziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch a surprise search in my room last night? Huh? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away in the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away.
You already have a monkey that can lift the heavy bust. The logic here is messy. This is not the strongest case in the series. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. The only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Ms. Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by her calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court, hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Ms. Von Karma.
It all makes sense now.
I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Uh-huh. Definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. And now I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search at your room? If only I hadn't done that.
It seems we've finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. Grr. I might have done the wrong intonation for that. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why I'd tease her. One day my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard she couldn't help herself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely. And she would laugh innocently when saying it, too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. And that's when you decided to do something about Regina? How dreadful.
So are you saying that you are a victim in all this as well?
No, that's not what I mean. I'd cry in milk. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself, but then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave, I just couldn't, not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet.
This has been such a strange case.
You're telling me.
It's almost a reflection of the circuits itself.
Hi, Kiro. This game's bonkers. How you doing? How's babysit? Hate this case. So many coincidences and nonsense. I've given this case one compliment, the entirety of it. There's one compliment, which is putting the tuber in the room to explain that the monkey could carry the statue, and that's it. That's the whole thing. It's going, yay. So he pinned the murder on Max just cause. Well, it was like, if anyone saw it, there was something that looked like Max with a cape. It's as good as any. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. Yeah.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict.
Not guilty. Everyone in it sucks. Confetti! Hi, Max. I can see your waist. Less pinned and more just went with what everyone else was saying. It's over now. Yay.
This court is adjourned.
Celebrate good times, come on. December 30th, 4:27 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5.
Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the Ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? I don't know, Regina was one of them.
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to.
You're a bad person.
Many congrats, but only at max 1,000,000 of them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy.
Huh? Some of them are bad people inside. Regina's taking it well.
She's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault.
Sweetie pie?
Bart and Acro, they're never coming back. No, everyone's gonna split up.
Regina?
That's right, tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Acro... Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
No. I think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You're really sure? I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Can I? I don't know.
Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
What?
I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge.
Yeah. With, what? What am I doing? Throw the bottle out there, run away! Who would Acro stick around for? That's not... Bat? Mo? I don't know. Bat, I guess. I don't think that's got anything to do with not wanting revenge. Even when the call is over, I still feel like this game is throwing complete curveballs at me. I just said it to make her feel better. Russell, he's dead. just like in his honor to look after the circus. He's not in sporting to run it, is he? Bat. The fact that none of us are really sure is a bit of an issue. I can't save. Wasn't expecting there to be anything else. But why would he stick around in the circus? His brother's in hospital. There's always something after each case. Well, there shouldn't be. Right, it's not Ben. Maybe it was. The memory of Russell? Like, that's the best I've got, really. And it's not a good. It is bad. He's saying to wait for him to wake up. That's got... Okay, A, it was phrased as why he wanted to stay at the circus. And B, this specific question is about not wanting revenge. That was the reason he wanted revenge in the first place. Game, you can't... Your wording and phrasing of leading up to a problem leaves a lot to be desired. I get the idea that he's like, oh, I want to stick around to look after Bat. I get that. But... phrasing. The question needs to be clear if the answer is going to be workoutable. That's a real word, workoutable. Translation choices are sometimes bad. Yeah. I guess. I don't know what the translation team had to go through. There's a lot of writing in this game, but you would have thought the puzzles would be the bit they focus on most. We'll go. Take that, you crying girl! Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. But... That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. Why didn't you? What? But now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I do. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Matt as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes, and then until he can meet Acro again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Matt. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. She had peace of mind before. She was completely oblivious. Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
We, really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So, whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and wrap up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's gonna happen to the circus now?
No, that's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone's sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. Well, apart from Regina, she said she's gonna go to the hospital and not come back. That's why I've made a decision.
What is it?
I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus the world has ever seen.
The best circus the world has ever seen.
Don't laugh. That's quite the goal. Yeah, I can't wait.
Then I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus in the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions, which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
Max?
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy?
I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We gotta work together to make the Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been. No.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry.
Max. Nick. Yeah, seems like everything's gonna turn out all right here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm gonna order special whoopee cushion seats. Etc, etc. I'm not doing more. I'm not doing more, Mo. You can leave now. Off you go. Bye. I see. What made the case? Yesterday's surprise raid just really paid off. Just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought that was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. Sawyer, I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Bye, Frank. Yes. The end. It's Boy Frank. Farewell, my turnabout. Why they keep using the word turnabout? Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. Oh, a teddy bear. And robots. Your husband's waiting for you. Edgeworth! Hi, Sawyer. Welcome to the end of that case. So you came in at just the right time. Divorce era is almost over. Well, let's see what the introduction says, and then we'll call it there. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Who will be our hero of heroes? Yep. Cosplay? Will it be last year's runner-up, Jammin' Ninja, or maybe Captain Saipan, all the way from the lovely tropical island of Saipan? I see the students of a certain starry school are wearing to win, and global hero Yamp doesn't want to go home without the prize. We hope Lady Luck is with all our heroes tonight. And now, the winner of the 3rd annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix, the Moon. Oh, is me. The Moon. Is there a dragon in there? There's a dragon in there. I'm gonna leave. Whoa! The true hero of the night has appeared in our midst. It looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to this fantastic warrior, the Nickel Samurai. Too bad, Jammin' Ninja. Looks like the title eluded you again this year. That's not the Steel Samurai. March 20th, 7:42 p.m. Gatewater Hotel. Oh good, we're back there. It's an egg. Viola Hall. Should we carry on or do we leave it? I was kind of expecting the introductory cutscene to explain what was going on. It's not going to do that, is it? There was a competition for robots. We could at least get to the point where there's an issue. Let's get to the point where there's an issue. My voice is alright, so we can carry on for a bit. Alright, yes! Did you hear that, Nick? Did ya? The Nickel Samurai, he did it! Yeah, he sure did. Getting too old for this. Oh god, what was your voice? I forgot about you.
I think he was West Country, wasn't he? I reckon he was like this. He was from the last game, right? I think so. Oh, I'm proud to be the guy doing the series justice. I'm going with that, right?
So the person everyone was cheering for? I guess he got the prize? Yep. You know who we're talking about, right, Pearly? The Nickel Samurai. No. Every Sunday I only watch the educational channel's Kids Masterpiece Theater. Okay, that's it. From now on, it's the Nickel Samurai. All the kids watch it. Do you like the Nickel Samurai too, Mr. Nick? Nah, Nick's an old fart, so he's not allowed to watch it anymore. That's right, but I do like Kids Masterpiece Theater. Hey, I didn't know you were so young at heart, Nick. Mr. Nick, you're a grown-up. You're not allowed to watch it anymore. You're supposed to act your age and have interests that match. It's very important. Aw, give it a rest, Pearly.
Looks like I made the right choice in inviting everyone here. Oh, I'm glad you're all having a good time.
Nah, it's like a dream.
Too bad for the Jammin'... I've forgotten how West Country works. It's like this, yeah. Too bad for the Jammin' Ninja, though. Last year, he lost to the Pink Princess Warrior Little Old Tokyo. I thought this might be his year.
Yeah. Oh, hey, did anyone else think that the Jammin' Ninja looked a little different today? A bit different. Different? What do you mean? Well, he wasn't carrying his bright red guitar.
Hey, you're right. Strange you walk around without his signature guitar.
I'll never understand these people in their shows. Anyway, Mr. Powers, thank you very much for tonight.
Oh, well, it were nothing. I owe you one, so it's just my way of saying thanks.
Hey, Nick, come on. It's time to get going to the lobby. There's a post-ceremony stage show that's supposed to start real soon.
And then I heard there's going to be a press conference after that.
Press conference? Is he going to make a speech about winning this year's prize?
Well, not exactly. Something about the Nickel Samurai confessing something.
Confessing? Sounds pretty serious. Ah, Nick, come on! You don't want us to be the last ones there, do you? Yeah, Mr. Nick, do you? Why me? The show doesn't even start for another 20 minutes. It's still going. I was expecting something to happen. Well, we'll have a little chat. It's Will Powers, everybody. He was, I think, the actor behind the Steel Samurai in the first game. I think that's right. Thank you very much for inviting us today.
Oh, it were nothing really. Guys like us don't get to come out to a place like this often, so I thought I'd invite you all.
Hey, Mr. Powers, what have you been up to lately?
Well, since the Pink Princess were successfully wrapped up last month, I've been on a kids' exercise show while wearing a rabbit mask over my face.
Oh, I see.
I'm still really sorry about all the headache I caused you that time, Mr. Wright.
Ah, well, what's done is done. Let's forget about that. This is Will Powers. He's an action star. His popularity exploded when he was the Steel Samurai, and he was the first case Maya worked on with me. It's too bad you look scary, or people would know you're a real softie who's good with kids.
Oh, thanks.
The Nickel Samurai. I can't believe they're going to make a movie based on the Nickel Samurai. I can't believe it either, but for a different reason. Steel Samurai. Steel Samurai, an epic story of one hero in a desperate fight against his arch-nemesis, the evil magistrate, in the city of Neo-Oldie Tokyo. And last year, they started a new series, The Nickel Samurai. The new series seems to be a hit with the kids, too.
I'm really attached to the Steel Samurai as a show, so I were hoping that maybe I get the chance to do something in this new one.
Yeah, it's too bad. It'd be awesome to see you with the new actor, Matt on Guard. He's super popular right now. Mr. On Guard? Looks like Pearl doesn't know who he is. This year it's gonna be the Nickel Samurai versus the Jammin' Ninja at the box office. Jammin' Ninja? Who's that again? More introduction. This is at least case 4, so we're already kind of invested in where this is gonna go. If this was the first case, I'd be like, this is slow. So who is this Jammin' Ninja again? He's a hero, duh! His symbol is the bright red guitar he's always carrying. A ninja who's always carrying around a bright red guitar. How does that even work? With a scarf around his neck and a guitar in hand, he rises to stardom in an ancient time. A ninja who becomes a star. Yeah, a ninja who becomes a star.
There's a strong rivalry between the two of them. Global Studios' Nickel Samurai and Worldwide Studios' Jammin' Ninja. They even air at the same time.
You know what I heard? I heard those two don't get along at all. The Nickel Samurai's on guard, and the guy who plays the Jammin' Ninja, I mean. The Nickel Samurai speaks French? Oh, you mean on guard, the actor. Yeah. Matt on guard. Why are you even asking questions at this point? It's just an instinct. I guess even the world of heroes isn't a sparkling, happy place.
Yeah. I mean, you do know me because I were framed for murder, right?
Let's might as well examine. What do we got, lobster? What can I say? This is a really high-class hotel. I've never eaten this kind of salad before. Poor Pearl, having only eaten vegetables all her life. She's been missing out. Don't worry, any leftovers belong in my happily awaiting stomach anyway. You're such a glutton, Maya.
Oh, I'd lose this one to Maya. You sure can eat.
Well, growing girl needs her nutrients. Growing girl? Exactly how big do you plan on getting? She's going to be 12 foot tall by the end of the last game. This is sure one luxurious hotel, almost to the point of gaudy, with how it blends together everything fancy imaginable. Speaking of fancy, didn't that bellboy give me something like that last year? What? The award ceremony was just held on that stage. It was really fabulous. You just reminded me of the circus for a second. Well, shows like that are guaranteed to be good, you know? Are they? And chandelier. And chandelier, as the French say. That chandelier really is something, isn't it? I thought it was a kind of spaceship. Hey, Nick, how about we get one of these for the office? One of those hanging from a poor, weak ceiling. I don't think so. There's a grand set of doors over there.
And behind those doors is an equally grand lobby.
So we go take a look, Mr. Nick. Hey, wait up! This grand dessert is calling to me. It's saying, eat me now. Okay, off we go. To the hallway. where nothing interesting will happen. March 20th, Gatewater Hotel hallway. Wow, what is it with this place? Looks like I've stumbled into walls or something. Way in the back, there's a sign for the bathroom. Maybe I should visit it while I can before the show starts. Okay, literally nothing's happening. I can understand flowers in front of the dressing rooms, but what are the stuffed bears doing here? Could it be that there's an action star with a soft spot for teddy bears? Nah, it can't be. Why would you think that? You know one action star and he's a softie. Compared to the flowers on the other side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see, record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers on would be hard, I think. Okay, and room 102. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Juan Corridor's room. Right? Juan Corridor. His name just sounds like a star's name, does it? I've heard it before, but I don't know anything about him at all. To Mr. On Guard from the Global Studios staff. Ah, it'd be nice if lawyers got flowers too. Something like, to Mr. Wright from all your grateful clients. You got invited to this. Phoenix, don't be rude. It does sound like One Corridor, yeah. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Matt On Guard's room. Matt On Guard, I've heard that name before. Oh yeah, 5 minutes ago. Maya's always yammering about him like the obsessed fan she is. There are toilets in each room in this hotel. But since all sorts of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. Perfect for people like me who can't afford to stay here in the first place. All right. To the toilet? No? Okay, not to the toilet. More to examine? No, not more to examine. But also nowhere to move. Back to the hall?
Sounds like the post-ceremony show's about to start.
All right, I'm so pumped. I wonder if he's going to show off his special move today, Nickel Samurai Smelting.
Actually, what I'm interested in most is the press conference.
You mean the big confession that the Nickel Samurai is going to make after the show? So what is it? Don't you know what it's about, Mr. Powers?
Well, I'm not a Steel Samurai anymore, so I don't have any idea. Sorry. So I guess you're all going to the press conference then?
Yeah, of course!
Oh, if that's the case, then here, take these tickets so you can get in.
Press conference tickets. Seems like this Nickel Samurai is to confess something after the post-ceremony stage show. Thank you very much. Well, let's get going to the lobby. Looks like it's over this way, Mr. Nick. Okay, for great justice. I thought that's where we were going originally, which, okay. Okay, a thing can happen. March 20th, Gatewater Hotel lobby. Only a really gaudy hotel would have such a large, gaudy lobby to match. I think they're gonna have the post-ceremony show over there. They're using a compact stage, I see. Ooh, I'm all ready to use my special samurai power. Maya looks like she's ready to start a fight. Oh god, sorry, ignore me. Is this another oh god case?
Your attention please, your attention please. The Nickel Samurai post-ceremony stage show will not be held tonight due to unforeseen circumstances.
What? Why? Did a flashback to the scenery, smiley face. Ow, you did not have to pinch me. Pinch yourself if you don't believe it.
We are asking for everyone's cooperation at this time, so please stay where you are. This is a special request from the police.
Police? Did they just say the police?
Do you want me to go check out what's going on?
Wait, I'll come with you.
Freeze! You two, didn't you hear the announcement just now? It just finished telling you not to move.
That voice, I've heard that voice. Is it Gumshoe? That might be Gumshoe. That voice! I've heard that voice somewhere before. Oh, no. Well, what am I supposed to do with this? This case is interesting, TM. Want a hint? Sure. Is it Edgeworth? Yeah, have we heard this voice before? I mean, I could just do a normal voice until the question mark's clear. Not Miles. Okay, I'm just going to do a normal voice. Actually, it might be Gumshoe. He might be just in cosplay. I'm just going to do normal voice. Okay. Honestly, youth these days can't be bothered to listen to other people when they talk. Just the other day, it was the same thing. I know who you are. I know who you are. I know who you are. Oh, no. I recognize the silhouette.
This non-stop chatter.
It can't be. Miss Oldbag?
What is it? You young whippersnappers? Do I know you?
Wait, you're Powers, aren't you? Yeah, about what happened back then.
You didn't even get nominated this year, did you? Oh, that's right. You're doing that children's exercise program, trying to play nice.
Yeah, that's me. Thankfully, I still have a job.
I love that show. And you're hoot. Yes, even with your face covered by a mask. What a work of art. But that's how it is, you know. But who knows how many TVs you will break. Really. They're getting what they deserve. This is why...
what are you doing here? This is why you went, oh god, because the scene reminded you Old Bag is here. I seem to recall the first time I played this game, you guys said, are you sure about this voice? Because this character does come back. And then I was like, this can't be Gumshoe, because like Gumshoe would have like a really wide shoulders and thick arms. This person is quite thin arms, and it's like, oh no, hang on. Oh no. What are you doing here?
Look at my uniform and tell me you can't tell me I'm a member of security.
But that outfit.
Annoying, noisy brats, get the blaster.
Do I have to talk with you? Wendy Oldbag. So for reference, for people who didn't see the first game, this was the, I believe, security guard on the front gate of the studio where our friend Powers was framed. And she really liked the actor that got killed, I think. I can't remember. She liked getting in the way of us. What happened? Yeah, she was the security guard of the studio, and she was a big obfuscation. Ms. Oldbag, what are you doing here? What happened to your position at Global Studios?
Oh, that old place. Well, since that incident, they've been letting people go. When they cut off the security team, I got the pink slip.
What incident? What did you do?
I didn't do anything, you young'un.
Don't you remember that incident a year ago? When this lady got on the witness stand and testified.
Yeah.
And you? Weren't you the one who was bullying me? This fragile girl at heart?
I plead the fifth.
But you know, I think maybe I rubbed the upper management the wrong way by testifying. Yes, that has to be it. Everything's all your fault.
But me?
I thought about being a bodyguard at first, after being handed old Pink here.
You? A bodyguard?
For your friend, that fiery, good-looking guy with the red jacket and ruffles.
Mr. Edgeworth.
But
that sort of arrangement would be entirely too troublesome for me.
That's what he said to me. What did I ever do to deserve that?
Wow. So did something happen?
I don't have all the details, but it looks like another one of those incidents happened again.
An incident? Like a murder kind of incident?
Maybe. You see, I'm a bit of a devilish woman. So wherever I go, showers of blood are sure to follow. Bet you didn't know that.
Then shouldn't you quit being a security guard? At least for other people's sake?
Silence, whippersnapper!
Hey, Nick. Well, what is it? I don't like that devilish smile playing on your lips. Let's make like we're going to the bathroom and check things out. No way. The police told us not to go anywhere, remember? Huh? How boring! You're such a boring guy. You got no motivation, no spirit. Huh? What's going on? Are you giving Mystic Meyer trouble again, Mr. Nick? Not you too, Pearl. Please don't stick your little nose into this one. So, listen to this, Pearlie. This one time at lawyer camp, Nick... Oh, okay, I get it. Let's go take a look. Yay! I knew you couldn't say no to me, Nick. That's right. You'd walk over miles of hot coal for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you, Mr. Nick? That would be every time we work a case together. Also, I would not walk over Miles. He usually walks over me. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go already. You can come along too, Pearlie. Goody, I get to come. To the Voila hole. I know it's Viola. There's nothing really out of the ordinary here. Are you looking for the incident that the old lady was talking about? I went up in that sentence too high too early. It doesn't look like it happened here. We'd better go look somewhere else. All right, then let's try... Bellboy. There was a bellboy. I can't remember his voice. We'll see him. Excuse me. Nah! What is going on here? Why do you have a zip in your face? I'll go posh.
Oh, by the chance, Mrs. Meyer Fair?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I have a phone call waiting for you at the front desk.
A call? I wonder if it's someone from Crane Village. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'll worry about it. What's wrong, Mystic Maya? Oh, nothing. You guys go on ahead. I'll be right there, okay? Okay.
Right this way, Miss Fair.
Be a robot. Let's go look somewhere else now, Mr. Nick. Yeah, okay. This is a little exciting and a little scary. To the hallway. March 20th, the Gatter Water Hotel. Maybe he's a clown robot dressed as a bellboy. It all comes to... I told you! I get people the info they want, which means I've got to write... Is this Lotta? Are you Lotta here? Nope, don't care who you are, pal. We're still investigating, so you can't go in. That's Scumshoe. What's your problem? Just you wait, I'll be all over the morning paper. Scruffy detective's secret scandal revealed. You'll see, I'll get you back. The fabled meeting of Lotta and Gumshoe. I said they should be a team. This is apparently not working out. Those two sound pretty serious. Southern accent can only mean... acro.
Hey, right?
Hey, Lotta.
Come on, do a gal a favor and tell this cop I'm just doing my job. I got rights. You.
Detective Gumshoe.
Hey, pal, to help a guy out, tell her that only the police are allowed here. This is the scene of a murder, so she should leave this to us pros.
A murder? What's a murder? He means a murder.
Oh, shoot me in my big mouth. See, I knew it. My gut instinct told me so. I always trust my gut. A murder, it said, and that's what it is, a genuine murder.
Have a good Kiro. Enjoy babysitting and such. We have finally gotten to the case.
Hey, wait. Yeehaw! A murder of a big star, no less. I'm in trouble now.
What happened? So, Detective Gumshoe, murder?
No,
not West Country. He's got a similar voice to the West Country guys. I'm getting confused.
Pal. Stop with pal. That's how you get it. No, that's not it. I got my facts mixed up for a second there, pal.
Mr. Nick, is the dead person the Nickel Samurai?
Huh?
Oh, huh? Why do you ask? Well, Mystic Meyer was rooting for him, so...
It wasn't the Nickel Samurai that got bumped. Well, actually, the Nickel Samurai's the one under suspicion of doing the bumping off.
What?
The guy that died was his hero. This hero named the Jammin' Ninja, pal.
The Jammin' Ninja. carry on with the victim. Who's bumping who off? There's a lot of fingering and bumping going on. I don't like it. So the victim was the Jamming Ninja.
Mr. Jamming Ninja? He was on the really popular rival TV show to the Nickel Samurai.
Oh.
The victim was the action star Juan Corridor. He got a huge push and rode the express train of stardom. I mean, even I know who he is.
Yeah, even I recognize his face. You had a picture of his face? Why is he eating a leaf? What's going on? He appears to be eating the plant on the side of the screen. Oh, look at you.
But I heard lately that Matt on Guard's been taking the wind out of his sail. Now, I'm telling you, pal, as far as who's popular, those two are hogging all the limelight.
I guess there's no space for Mr. Powers at all, huh? Poor guy. What a precious anime, boy.
Mr. On Guard, that's the Nickel Samurai, right? Yep. I mean, no, you gotta say it with more oomph. The Nickel Samurai.
Anyway, so now that Juan Corridor's gone, that means Mr. On Guard has the whole stage to himself, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it, pal. We can't have that happen, you know?
Can't have that happen? What's that supposed to mean, I wonder? Lot of heart.
That woman with the big puffy hair looks like cotton candy.
You mean Lotta?
That woman, she was there that time too, right?
That time?
When my Mystic Maya did that channeling.
Oh, that time, yeah. Well, Lotta's a journalist, so that's why she was there.
Journalist. No, it looks like she was hanging around here before the murder happened.
Hanging around?
Yeah, hiding and wait in front of the Jamming Ninja's door, pal.
But why would she...
She wouldn't tell me, pal. Just said something about getting my big scoop.
Scoop? What sort of news could she be after? So what happened? Is that all? Have we got all our stuff? I'm a defense attorney. Look, did you take a look at this?
Listen, pal, I'm not leaking any info about evidence to you at this time. If I do, my salary's really gonna get it. And then I won't even be able to get those instant noodles down at the discount market.
No. Glossy photo of the Nickel Samurai. Anything about the confession? Would you take a look at this? No. Pal, I'm so glad you're back. Just because you being a sheltered child who doesn't know doesn't make me nearly as uncomfortable as Regina's holding. Did say she wanted to move to celebrity reporting because paranormal stuff was too dangerous. Set up. Can we buy Gumshoe breakfast, dinner, food? Take him out for a meal. Introducing to Edgeworth. Pearl feels like a child. Regina felt like a kink. Oh dear. I am not qualified to dissect that. We're gonna move back to the hall. Hey, look, we have a ticket. These eyes of mine are real pros now. Pros? Pros are doing what?
Doing police work, of course. My eyes are like a hawk. And my professional eyes spot a messy incident, a messy, bloody incident. That's why I don't have time for you meddling kids and your petty little things.
Okay. I guess I haven't examined this room. It's the stage for the post-ceremony stage show.
There was supposed to be a press meeting after the show, but now...
Looks like no one will hear what the Nickel Samurai had to confess after all. Seats for the spectators of the post-ceremony show and the press conference. But it's too bad neither event's going to be held now. Cameras. These cameras must belong to the press that came to cover the conference. They're all basically doing the same thing, staring at the empty stage. A lobby with a grand staircase always feels enormous. But right now, the only thing filling this enormous room is anxiety about the murder. I really hope nothing else bad happens here. Foreshadowing. Right, well. I don't know how to advance, but we have a murder. We have a setup. You know what that means? We can leave. And I will effortlessly fade away this music by hovering my mouse over the Windows volume mixer and scrolling down. Behind the scenes! Oh, so very exciting. Right, well, we've got to start. Kind of a replay, it seems, of the Steel Samurai one from the last game, but I'm sure there will be twists, because, I mean, it's so much a replay that it seems deliberately trying to shake you off of what's actually going on, so that'll be fun. We can leave these new clowns for next week. We finally escaped the circus. That's the most important thing. We're free. Just saying, several grown-ass men falling for the stupid sheltered 16-year-old was definitely a questionable choice they made. Meanwhile, Pearl is literally just a child. If anyone falls for Pearl, I am deleting this game and we're not finishing. We're out of the circus and into the frying pan. And the frying pan's made of nickel. It's probably bad. I don't know if nickel has a good melting point. But anyway. Yeah. Hope people enjoyed. This stream will return on Saturday. It says Viscera, I forgot to change it. We're going to return with Grim Hollow. Session 6? 7? Something like that. We're going to hear it as if you weren't, you know, sick of my terrible voice acting already. You're going to hear some several-year-old voice acting from me. And I'm going to take my headphones off when it happens. So I hope other people are listening to clues. I think I still have the script so I can brush up on it. But oh, it's going to be so cringe. I'm going to cringe. I already did. But it's fine. It's fine. We evolve. We improve. I say we improve. Have you heard Francisca's voice? I do not improve. But then again, I haven't been practicing, so that's fine. But for now, yes, this stream, the hair in my mouth. This stream will return on Saturday for that, Grim Hollow, then Sunday for Doodles. But betwixt then, all being well, as far as I know, Cheeb will be streaming, probably the end of the Red Pearls of Borneo. Maybe the end, we don't know. Might be the end. There might be 7 more streams in it. Who knows? Can be more cringe than the third case. Well, it's a different kind of cringe. Different flavour. The end of the Red Pearls, maybe. Very exciting. So everyone go over to twitch.tv/chibinetherlands.com and click that subscribe button. Also follow, but subscribe more important, because that way Cheeb gets money. Yeah. Or if you want to give Cheeb even more money, you could head to kofi.com/chibinetherlands. There's probably other places as well. Patreon.com/chibinetherlands. That's also a place you can go to. I don't know if that's how the URLs work there, but I've just said it. So Cheeb has a Patreon. Did you know? Yeah. Anything else? What to say with what with who? Does anyone else have anything to bring up before we leave? What do you think? It's time I point the microphone in your direction. What do you have to say? Send in your responses on a postcard. Should be promoting my own stuff with Gusto. That's not how this works. Also, yeah, Gusto. Why did I think it was Gutso? No, it's Gusto. Randomly drop money in their Ko-fi. People love that. Yeah. People do love it. People are very appreciative of it. And also don't know what to do about it. Stairs. But in lieu of that, I hope everybody has a lovely remainder of the week. For people on...
Go to kofi.com/crispy parsnips.
Crispy. Come on, Hazel, how long have we been working together? You don't know my name. Oh dear. Crisp pie parsnips. Mm-mm. Love me some crisp pie. Well, there you go. I was going to say something, I forgot what it was. I was distracted by Hazel. Oh yes, Patreon supporters and so on and so forth. I did mention in the previous update that it would be a few weeks until the next update. That's why there wasn't one this Monday. There will be one next week. With discussions of plans going ahead, ideas of things I want to explore, and not really an awful lot to show because I didn't do anything to show. Did I finish a comic? When did I last? No, I started a comic. That's a different thing. They're not the same. New things, shake it up. We're gonna see. We're gonna try. Have a go, maybe, possibly. We'll think. We'll see. I will be expressing thoughts that I rubber-ducked with Bear on the trip and seem to generally agree with still. So we'll see how it goes. But before that, I need to reorganize all my crap, which is my job for this week. I have so much spare fabric I need to actually do something with. And given how bloody hot it is, I'm going to make more skirts. So, yeah. Hopefully I'll have time to do that as well this week. But then next week, back to work. Right. Have a lovely everyone. Look after yourselves. Be good, be kind, etc., etc. And I will see you whenever I see you. Cheap show more music. Cheap's doing music. It's very exciting. And also, they've learned a lot in a very short space of time. They've decided to learn sheet music straight away, which is like learning how to read by picking up a dictionary. It's impressive and probably honestly the best way to go about it. But wow. I was very much ready to just encourage you to just, here's the thing, you can play around with it, have a bit of fun, and then once you've got a bit of context, you can go and look up the specifics. And you're like, no, boom, sheet music. I'm going to understand. Didn't know where to start. You seem to be doing great. Don't listen to me. You're doing wonderful. But yeah. Just too strong. I should have known. I should have known you'd be that strong. That's on me, really. I think I have already said goodbye.